Let's talk Cam Hanes. I've been watching this unfold, and it is a super cool story and experience. And I saw that you ruined your Cam Hanes book, Endure.
Yeah, dude.
So I got you a copy, a brand new copy that you can.
My man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So you can represent properly.
Yeah, dude, I jacked that book up.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, sorry, Cam.
No disrespect.
Yeah, that wasn't disrespectful, but yeah, I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, you did. That turned out really cool. When I was watching that, and at the end, it literally gave me the chills when you like wipe the snow back. It was like boom, Endure.
Dude,
so
my hands were freezing during that point because like we kept like putting snow on it, and then like I just have to dump snow on my hand.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Obs would be like, I gotta get focused. Yeah, just like
One more take.
You got this.
Hypothermia is setting in.
Yeah, though that was a cool experience, man.
Tell us a little bit about how that happened, because I mean, Cam Hanes is Cam Hanes, and that's pretty cool for you guys to actually come together and do something like this. So how did that unfold?
Yeah, that was kind of just crazy because there's some events that happened that happened to make, I guess, transpired within that that were lessons for me. So I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So just before Christmas, I want to say like the 10th or 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting upstairs. I'm kind of in a lull. Like, man, what am I gonna do? Like, I got songs coming and some songs with some bigger artists coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, all right, I need some inspiration. I need something. And Obs is in the room next door doing some work. And for Christmas, I bought I think 3 or 4 Endures and 3 or 4 Can't Hurt Me's by David Goggins, and I wanted to give people books that had changed my life this year, like that just had helped me throughout the year keep going, keep pushing. And those 2 books, Endure by Cam and Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, just changed everything for me. So I'm sitting there and I got this stack of books, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, I'm like, that's a cool picture. And I had 2 thoughts. One was like, take this picture and post it. Like, take a picture and post it. And the other one was like, nah, that's corny as hell.
Yeah.
And, one of the things I've been trying to do this year is, if I think it in my gut, if I feel it, I act. And so I acted, just went and got the books, came down here in the studio, stacked the books up, threw it on a blue light, took a picture, posted it, and Cam responded to it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he did some like hammer emojis or something, and I was just like, hey, I can't remember exactly what I wrote, but I was like, hey, your book impacted me in a huge way. And so his next comment was like, hey, I need an intro, some music for an intro for my podcast. You got any ideas?
Oh, that's right, because he was starting up his new podcast, huh?
Yeah. So like inside, I'm like, hell yeah, I got some ideas. Like let your boy, come through. Like let me, So I can't remember how I wrote it, but something like that. I was trying to be like humble. I didn't want to be like, hell yeah, like let your boy freaking make a jam, make a banger. So he was like, all right, let's do it. Like let's make a banger. So I go to sleep. My wife's out, and dude, I'm like, poof, like sleep. Like I can't sleep, dude.
Yeah.
My mind is racing. I'm like, dude, how am I supposed to make a song about Cameron Hanes? Like, I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you got your foot in the door, and then you're like, oh shit.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to like make some corny freaking rap.
No,
you know?
You don't do corny.
Yeah, but you can real easy.
I mean, I'm just saying you don't do corny.
I appreciate it. So get up the next morning, and it was Sunday. Monday I get up, and I had the day off. So I get up, cook some breakfast. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to look up some instrumentals from a producer that I've worked with in the past. Dannison, and he just put out like a new instrumental. So I click it and I hear the beat and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, this is it. Like, this is sick. So I grabbed monsters. I grabbed 3 monsters. I come down into my studio and I play the beat and I'm like, just listening to it and I'm like pounding monsters and I put my hood up, and I'm like, jumping around in my studio, grunting and stuff, like, like trying to like come up, like trying to create,
going to work.
Yeah, trying to create energy, and I just hit record and I'm like, Cam Hanes. In my mind, like, I freaking went nuts in my seat. I'm just like, and I even texted you. I'm like, I just came up with the craziest shit ever, bro.
I remember that text.
And all I had was Cam Hanes. Like, and I was just like, and the energy that I was creating in my booth, was like pumping me up. And I was just like, this energy, I need to find a way to harness that and take the attributes that I'd learned from these books that he wrote and Goggins wrote, and implement that. And that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to necessarily go on, because I'm a bow hunter, a big, I've bow hunted since I was a little boy. But I don't necessarily want to go into that. I wanted to talk about the mindset, the relentless mindset to not quit. So I just started, like, put record on, and I would literally come up with the line, and I'd be like, the mountain, it breaks me. And then I'm like, what? I was like, that's tight. So then, and this is the first song I never wrote a single word on a piece of paper or on my phone down. I just would come up with a line.
That's insane, man, because this song, like the lyrics in this song are so good.
It taught me so much, and the lessons I learned, and like what it's helped me grow as an artist, because I realized writer's block, inspiration, all of that doesn't mean nothing. It's, do you have energy? Can you take that energy and can you harness it in the direction of the subject? And that's what I did. I literally wrote the entire first minute, just and then I would like punch lyrics with it. Like I would have the energy come out and grunt some stuff. That's why and that's how the first minute up to Cam Hanes, up to that point, was written. And so I had that first minute. I couldn't quite get the intro right, because I was like, I had all these elks bugling like all over the place. It was like, all these sounds, and it was like cool, but I was like, that's not right. So then I took a clip from Cam, put it in there, and sent it to Dakota G. He was quick with it. I told him, I was like, hey dude, I need this like stat, like and Dakota G always comes through. Had the mix backs to me like Tuesday, and I think I sent it to Cam Tuesday. So like 2 days later, I had that intro, and he was down with it, loved it, and gave me some feedback that I took, tried to tune up, and then I literally wrote the rest of the song the next couple days. And the crazy part was I wrote the verses. Normally you like to have a good hook, chorus first. I wrote the verses, and then I was like, how am I supposed to bring more energy for the chorus? You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, like I've taxed myself, like in this,
you have
like
to take it to the next level.
Yeah. So then again, I'm like, well, I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to go in the booth and I'm going to start screaming.
Yeah.
Like, so literally, I'm like screaming and I pounded like 3 more monsters, like not healthy, not good. Like,
Yeah.
for the health side of
Yeah.
this podcast, what I did was not good. But like, I needed some damn energy.
You had it was crazy the turnaround on how fast you did this and how good it was. I mean, I think it is one of your best songs that you've done so far. And for you to turn around and do it so fast, the amount of energy that you must have dumped into this and focus. I mean, I know you. Like, I know what you did that day, and the amount of focus that you put into that is just is insane.
Yeah, I freaking lived, breathed, slept, ate, literally drank monsters, for that, and turned it. I ended up sending it to him. I think maybe it was a couple weeks or something after. Like I think So I was kind of asking when his stuff was coming out, and I still don't. I'm not 100% sure when. So hopefully I didn't release it too soon. I was trying to match it up. But yeah, so turned it. He liked it. And then I was like, I got to shoot a video for this. I'm like, but I got no concept. And if you've seen my videos, you know that I put stories. I got freaking Inception go into one.
Yeah.
Like that's where me and Obs really thrive, is like making music videos that are like deep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I got like 3 days because I'm working. I work 2 full-time jobs and I'm doing this. And I'm like, all right, we got to go on this day, and this day to film. So, a little more stories about this song. So, I end up working a shift at the fire station, and our station is not the busiest station, right? We're at our slowest station probably, but we get freaking wrecked 2 nights in a row. Like the first, I mean, considering for us, right? Like,
Yeah.
And especially the second night, like we got up like, what was it, like 4 calls?
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like not normal for us. We're
Yeah.
up all night, and I'm supposed to go shoot a music video and have energy, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna go up in the mountains and shoot some stuff. Oh man, we got wrecked. So I get up the next day. I'm like, all right, we're still gonna go shoot. I'm not giving up. And it's like, and the night before, my cap, was like, yo, come up by our crib, up in Camas. And so we're driving up, and it starts like blizzarding. I'm like, we can't fly a drone in this. Like, it'll freaking piece out my drone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we get up there, and he's like, yeah, go to this place. It's like beautiful pines and stuff. It'll be like awesome. And we get up there, and it's like snowmobile access only. It's like 2 feet of snow. And it's like, Ty, I'm saying this because I love you. All right. So like, it wasn't his fault. He felt all bad about it. I'm like, no. So we're like, all right, we can't do it here. So we start down the mountain, and my wife's like, hey, there's a campground and it looks paved. Like, maybe we can go up in there and like hike up in the pines or something. I'm like, all right. So we start up this road. It's supposed to be paved. And we get about halfway up it, and I'm like, oh man, this is bad. Like, the snow's getting deep. I'm like, I got to turn around. I'm like, I don't want to go up this. There's a little turnaround, about 100 yards. I get up to the turnaround. My freaking front truck tire goes in.
Oh my God.
So then, I'm like, oh crap. I wasn't planning on going off road.
Yeah.
I didn't have shovels and stuff. So I hit it in reverse, and like 2 feet deep. Like, my truck's just freaking 2 feet buried. And it's still like snowing, like blizzarding coming down. And I don't have shovels. I don't have my saws, my normal stuff, and it's like, all I got is a windshield scraper. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to freaking.
This is getting better by the minute.
I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna try to dig out with a windshield scraper. So I'm out my truck trying to dig out with a windshield scraper. It's not happening. Luckily, my cap lives like 15, 20 minutes away, and I'm like, hey, can you bring a Terex and come help me pull out? Like, bring some shovels and stuff. Like 6 hours later, he like not. I'd been digging like 2.5 hours because my pride, I ain't gonna,
man.
Yeah,
That's a long time to be digging in snow with your hands.
Oh yeah, it sucked. So, and it's like, And some dude pulls up with like tracks in a side by side. Me and my wife under my truck digging, and he just like drives on past. I'm like, so whoever you are,
Yeah.
you know what I
Hey,
mean? Up in
dickhead.
Camas, like you're a dick. All right, so
Who does that, man?
yeah, I'm like,
And Obs was out there, right?
yeah,
You got your
she's-
wife out there, so
yeah.
he sees you guys digging this out. Like,
yeah, it's one thing if it was just me, but
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
that's bad karma, man.
yeah, it's real bad karma. I'm
Yeah.
like, so anyway, end up my cap comes up, freaking Rockstar pulls us out. We back out, get to the bottom, and it's like cleared up, you know. So we're like, maybe we could throw the drone up, and we're like, all right, we'll go down to the bottom of the hill and then throw it up. The time we get to the bottom, it's blizzarding again. I'm like, all right, so no shots. We got nothing. I got like a 3-hour drive home, freaking in a blizzard. Like, all right, fell. You know, mountains win. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm like, all right, go to sleep, wake up the next day, and we're like, all right, we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna go to the mountain range that I shot the hunter son, and we're gonna do that. Obs' phone starts blowing up, like, and it's still snowing, right? Avalanche warning all along the Wasatch Front, and it's got like yellow is like don't go there, red is like really bad, and black is like do not go there.
You will die.
Yeah.
Skull and crossbones.
Skull crossbone. Well, the mountain range I shot the hunter son is black. So it's like, I'm not, you know, it's like, and I'm like, screw it. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
So we freaking.
That's commitment right
yeah,
there.
I'm like, you know, hopefully we don't end up in an avalanche. Like that's going to be a cool music video.
Yeah.
So, so
Yeah,
we,
you get that on film.
yeah. So, you know, did I just die or did I endure? Well, I died.
I died.
Yeah.
Song over.
Yeah, song over. Keep hammering. So yeah, so we end up going there, and it's like snowing, and I'm like, it's still like blizzard, and I'm like, I don't even care. I'm putting this drone up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if it crashes. I want to get this. Like
Yeah.
we're doing this. So we get to the place, and it's kind of starting to like damp down a little bit. But as we're driving up the canyon, we start noticing that there's like cars off the ravine. Like down in the thing, and it's like, I'm starting to get sketched out
Like,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I want this, but damn.
Are we really gonna die?
Yeah. Like, I just thought there was like, you know, superficial warnings, I
Yeah.
guess. So we park, and there is people there, like, sledding and stuff. So we start assessing the lighting situation. Well, the best place to shoot as far as lighting is across the frozen lake. So it's like, and there's people sledding down to it, right? But I'm like, we start walking across this lake, and it's like creaking and freaking me out, and it's like, and the biggest issue is there's ice fishermen out there. Well, it snowed over it, so you'd be walking, and then all of a sudden my legs like
into a
oh
hole.
yeah, it's like down in a hole, and it's like I gotta like climb out, and then like that doesn't help because now I'm like freezing.
Yeah. Now your shoes wet.
Yeah. So we get up there, put the drone up, end up shooting, and we got the shots.
And those shots are so sick, man.
It was good, and we ended up, you know, busting it out. Came home, and part of the song we didn't get what we needed, so I ended up going back a second time.
Wow.
And we didn't cross the lake this time. We went to a different spot and got the final shots with the book and the shovels and stuff because I really wanted to incorporate that I was searching. I'm searching for that mindset for that part of me, right? And how it all started was me expressing how much this book and Can't Hurt Me, how much it helped me, and how I was in that search this year, that I was searching for that part of myself to become relentless, to keep hammering, you know? And so I think it turned out really good. It's gotten a lot of love. It's definitely, as far as like a song that I've released just by myself without like bigger artists on it, it's definitely my fastest. So shout out Cam. Like I appreciate the opportunity. He's freaking awesome.
That's cool.
Like that's the cool thing is like, you know, a lot of his stuff is that he's just like a normal dude that doesn't give up, that keeps grinding. And like, just from the conversations that we've had, like, he's a genuine dude, like, and you can tell, like, he's just trying to lead from the front and be an example. And like, I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. So if you haven't listened to it, Cam Haines by Shafer. It's out now.
It's badass.
Yeah.
Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use. Every comment, hate,